A crack in the cement can symbolize a fork in the road, but a friend's faith in another can help illuminate a path.
Now I'm living with a purpose, I ain't perfect.
Durant open for three,
yes. This from the heart, I ain't spent too much time rehearsing. I was really thinking raw before I purchased.
I tell him, I'll always appreciate him for showing the world he was my man like that. Kevin was probably my first official supporter. Me and him, we go back deep with that ball. It's just crazy how it came full circle.
Told me I was worthless. Felt like I was cursed until the day that paper surfaced.
David Brewster Jr., known today as rap star Dave East, was born and raised in the Harlem neighborhood of New York City. By high school, East was a standout basketball prospect. In 2003, he was recruited to play down in the highly competitive Washington, D.C. area. That's when he met another emerging basketball phenom.
Met him just from being around the gym, just being around the AAU circuit. And coming up in high school, you start to hear about players all over the state.
It was dead nice. The first day I got there to go just like play pickup, Kevin was there. You run into somebody you don't know, but they be nice. Now you got something in common. You got something to talk about. Or, all right, I'm gonna keep up with this dude because he's nice in what I do.
That next year, he blew up into being one of the best players in that area. And he was all state, all county, he was all world for us, and it felt like we had another one coming out of our area that was going to potentially make it to the NBA.
Durant and East both went on to play Division I college ball. Durant was a one-and-done standout at Texas.
Kevin Durant, this guy's ridiculous.
While East initially played at the University of Richmond before transferring to Towson University in Baltimore.
We really just stayed connected. And when I got there, Kevin's older brother, Tony Durant, was my roommate. So I was like, oh, small world, you know what I'm saying? So then we really got close.
Him and my brother played college ball together, and they were roommates, so we got tight that way. I seen him just writing down raps all the time. I seen him with the headphones on.
I'm watching my friends that I was working out with in the league, so I was like, maybe this ain't for me no more. And Kevin went ahead, got drafted, and I started doing the rap. My life was rough at that point. I'm still in the projects trying to figure out what I'm eating for the day. It was rough leaving ball alone and then going to the hood.
With his basketball career fading, East struggled initially to break in as an artist. Without the game, the struggling lyricist went down darker avenues.
I was incarcerated for a little time. I'm in jail. And then back in the projects, after I'm used to classrooms and the big cafeteria and all that, you know what I mean? And a beautiful gym, I was away from all that, so it hurt, but it like built my character. I had a change of plans, like ball ain't work, I'm about to rap. I linked up with my bro AJ, he had a studio, and I'd be excited, like, yo, I got a studio for 2 hours tonight, I'm trying to knock out 4 joints if I can. And from there, I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a mixtape and just name it, change of plans.
Get used to your boy. Excuse me for my ego. Rebel a bomb threat straight out the project. Fist pumping still like it running B. Sanders.
East focused all his energies into his true passion, building himself into a rising underground MC. His growth as an artist led to his first aptly titled mixtape.
When I first heard it, I was surprised. I pigeonholed him into just being a basketball player. So when I first heard it, just being a fan of music, I was surprised that, because it's hard to rap, it's hard to come up with music and lines. I told him I'm starting to get into music and I'm starting to try to figure out how to make music. I told him to come on out and see what I was doing and see what I had and potentially just like get in the studio, you know, just be around some good creativity.
I'm talking to Kevin at this point, me and him talking every day, and I'm like, yo, bro. He actually was reaching out to people for beats for me. Like Kevin would go on Twitter and all that at the time and be like, yo, I'm in the studio with my guy, or my guy in the studio send beats to this email. So now I'm getting beats from top producers.
Remember that Memphis series when we played them 2011? I remember like it was yesterday. It was like in between Game 6 and Game 7. And we just went in there and we listened to a few beats and he went in the booth and wrote it on the pad. And in like 10 minutes, he wrote one song, and then he found the rhythm, and he just kept going back and forth, and we went for 2 days.
But when I get in the studio, I be in another zone. And I mean, and at that point, in my mind, I'm like, man, he done flew me out here. I'm in his crib. He paying for these studio sessions. Like, I'm working. I'm not wasting no time. I'm not gonna be on my phone. All I was doing, I was going from beat to beat.
Usually when it's crunch time, that's when these artists come up with the most clever, concepts and ideas. And he came up with some ideas that had me thinking that he's seen everything in his mind and he just had to put it down.
I treat rap like ball. I locked in so hard, and I seen I had KD behind it, and I had the streets behind it. I just told myself, let's do it, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, give it everything.
East spent 6 weeks at Durant's house, creating what would be his defining mixtape, generating a buzz that would catch the ear of one of the genre's greatest lyricists.
I got a call from Nas, and he was telling me, yo, I love what you're doing, you know what I mean? You remind me of myself. I got this record label called Master Pill Records, you know what I mean? Check it out. If you want to get down, let's get down. I'm like, what? You a god. Like, whatever you want to do, let's do it.
The basketball player formerly known as David Brewster Jr. is now Dave East, the hottest rising MC out of New York City. His authentic storytelling is beloved by both fans and players alike.
I know so many people want to feature from him, want to hop on a song with him, want to give him beats. I'm just happy that he's doing something that he loves to do and he's providing for his family. That takes it all for me. So I would love to be in there when he makes his next record, and I want to see the process now from where it was before. But if anything, I'm just there for support.
Now looking back on it, that was epic, you know what I mean? To even do something like that at that point in my career. I wasn't really nobody, you know what I mean? And he had enough faith in me to take the time out of his day and his schedule to come on, let's get in the studio.